You got your coffee. You got your bench warmer brew.
Oh yeah, benchwarmershop. I keep forgetting to promote my own coffee.
We'll pretend that we're gonna do it. Ready? Hey, yeah. Brandon, you look tired and cold. What are you sipping on that will turn your morning around?
Oh, yeah.
Gasoline.
Benchwarmer shop.
Oh, I thought you were drinking
gasoline. Would kill me.
You said, and I quote, Tom, you should drink gasoline. It'll put some hair on your chest. You said that to me yesterday.
No way.
Yes, you did.
That does not sound like me.
You said as long as it was regular unleaded. You said the amount of calories that you get. You said
lies. I would have said premium. I would have said premium, high octane.
I can't.
I'm a car guy. Would never just go regular. I know so much about cars. That's why you're getting navigated.
We here.
We steer
you in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi.
Grossi?
Perna. This is
Perny.
P. Yes. It's scheduled release day. We've made it. It really is the gonna get navigated. It really is the final death rattle of the NFL until we get into like the deep dark off season, in which there's not going to be a whole lot of nothing. But there's
going to be plenty to talk about after today, Tom.
You think so?
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on.
That story will live on forever.
I'm going to try to avoid it at all costs. But we do have some stories that are getting some updates. Of course, the schedule released tonight at 8 p.m. We already have some leaks coming out. The international games, they got released yesterday. There was all these rumors that the Packers were going to be going to Ireland to face the Steelers. But it turns out it's the purple incarnation of Satan doing double duty across the pond. Just leave him there.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Just leave him there and then don't just say, nope. Sorry, you live here now.
That's where Vikings are actually from. So, just go home.
Yeah, just go away. Just
go to Norwegia, where you all came from. Eric the Red. Ragnarok. Legolas. All Vikings.
I think that's an elf from Lord of the Rings, but...
Bjorn?
Bjorn? Okay.
Lagatha.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Oh, I'll navigate you harder. You're going right into a lake.
It says turn right. No, there's no road here.
Dude, that scene got me the first time I watched it.
That's right. No, so it actually was announced, this was leaked, that the Green Bay Packers, it was leaked this morning, are going to get their first week 1 home opener since 2018.
2018, damn.
Yeah, that was a while. So the Eagles, they were there with the Packers, but they of course are going to be hosting their game against the Cowboys. But it was announced today that it is going to be against the Detroit Lions. So to kick off week 1 for the Packers is going to be Packers-Lions at Lambeau Field. Whew! Nobody be selling their tickets, all right? All right?
I thought Kevin Carter was just asking for the Bears to not play at all on week 1.
That's fair. That is
fair. One team doesn't get to play week 1.
Yeah, so the Vikings also, seems like it's going to be Vikings-Lions on Christmas. We had a few Thanksgiving games that were announced that you're going to have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Chiefs. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! That's a little spicy for Thanksgiving.
You want to just let me pull up and see how many leaks we can.
You're going to pull up a fake one again?
Dude, I got so hard. I got. Oh, let's not pretend like you wouldn't have got. You know what I was doing when I got, Tom?
Pooping.
No, well, that's a fair guess. Fair enough. This is what happens. I'm at the park with Carmi. Okay.
Is it the park with the teenagers?
No.
Okay.
I don't go there.
We don't go there anymore.
Not without a gun, anyway. But,
yeah, that's fair.
Different park. Actually, I was at a park a couple days ago, and there were some teens playing basketball. And when we were walking back to the car, one of the teams like, "Do you want to shoot?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?"
Shooter's gonna shoot.
Took the ball, drained a 3, but I banked it. And I was like, "Give me another one." And then I missed.
You can't say you drained a 3, but then you missed it. You can't say
no. I banked it in.
Oh, okay.
It was good. It just went off. I didn't call glass. I said that doesn't count. And then I missed 4, and then I walked away in shame. But those teams were cool. They were not intimidating. They all kind of sucked at basketball, but that was my interaction with the local teens recently. Carm and I were at the park, okay? She was on a play date with a new friend she met in the neighborhood. It was very cute. So I got these 2 kids running around. They just come and throw shit at me. They're throwing leaves and pine needles, and they think it's hilarious.
Rocks.
So I'm just, being a dad, letting them entertain themselves. I see, full schedule. Cool. Tweet it out. Check my phone again like 20 minutes later. Fake. So then I quote tweet it saying, "Oops, got duped, gonna get duped again." And then I just deleted it. Because I'm like, there's not going to be enough people that see that I say that this is fake, so I just got to get it off the internet.
Yep.
But credit to whoever took the time to go and make a full schedule. And they did a nice job because the first 2 games are games we already know, right? Like, that makes sense. And then I'm just looking at the Broncos, Texans, week 1. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a fun week 1 game. But I got hard.
So we didn't see that. I just want to. You could do it. It just that's not what we saw.
I was like the Nuggets when I shot that 3.
Oh, yeah, it hasn't been going so well, huh?
I'll talk about that in a little bit here.
Yeah, Milwaukee Bucks. It's been gone, so it's just not going well at all. Did you pull up schedule?
There we go. All right. So it is NFL schedule release day. What do we know? All right. There you go. Thanksgiving. We got the Chiefs and Cowboys.
Yep.
Actually, should probably be a decent game.
I think so.
And then we also know we have the Chiefs and the Broncos on Christmas, Tom.
Woo!
Christmas. I gotta watch the fucking devil-worshipping Chiefs on Jesus' birthday.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
I can.
Brandon, the Chiefs aren't the devil.
Excuse me. The Vikings are playing the Lions on Christmas, so we literally have to both watch Satan.
Yeah.
For our opposing team. Yeah, it's okay. I get it.
So here's my conspiracy.
It's gonna be an evil Christmas,
right?
Yep.
Lions, they're always on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
They get Vikings.
Yep.
Lions, Chiefs on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL is going to have a Chiefs-Lions Super Bowl. They have leaked the 2 Christmas games. They put the 2 teams they want to get there, and it's the Chiefs and the Lions. Yeah.
It is a double Christmas. That's true.
The Lions are playing the Vikings on Christmas?
Yeah, that's what the rumor is.
Could be Broncos-Vikings Super Bowl.
No.
JJ McCarthy getting the Vikings to the Super Bowl in his first season?
Oh my God.
That would be wild.
It would be the worst.
That would be wild.
No, this game should actually be pretty darn good.
Yeah, assuming Dak's healthy still and on the field by that time.
It should be pretty solid, I think. I think it would be pretty good. But yeah, so if you want to pull up the international games, I want to throw those up there. Probably just go to the NFL or just like type in.
I like scrolling. Ooh, why don't we bring back those graphics?
I think you're gonna get there.
He
better not. He better not, A1. If he does, I'm coming after Perna. Oh, I am. That's freaking curse. If Jordan Love even tweaks anything, I'm coming after
Matt LaFleur hurt week 1.
What?
Matt LaFleur, that's going to be your injury. Has to go on IR.
Hey, that was the opener that got released, right? Against the Broncos? It's Broncos-Titans?
Yeah, so our week 1 should be Cam Ward versus Bo Nix.
Ooh!
RBT, very confident already about his Titans. I don't think so, RBT. That's if the Broncos defense picks up where it left off last season, that is a tough week 1 game for Cam Ward. Bo Nix had a tough game against the Seahawks week 1 last year. Really, you want your rookie going against a soft-ass defense that doesn't force a bunch of turnovers. And that's what Cam Ward's getting against the Broncos. But yeah, here are your international games. Full release. We got full international release. There's your back-to-back Vikings. And they get the Steelers. Well, Steelers and Browns. They get the 2 punching bags of the AFC North. Those are winnable games, Minnesota. Broncos playing the Jets in London town. We kind of knew that. And then Jags, Rams, Falcons, Colts, Commanders, Dolphins.
Also,
it's the Chiefs and Chargers. We know that.
Which is also interesting because that's going to be the first game that's going to be on YouTube. So they announced that that's going to be globally free on YouTube. I think they screwed over Canada. But yeah, that game is going to be the Friday game, which is...
Even YouTube wants Canada to become the 51st state.
What? Where did you...
You just said they screwed over Canada.
To there. Terrible, Brandon. Also, thank you for the heads up, Calculus. This is much better. Here, I'm going to present this.
I got it. No, I got it.
I already got it up and running. Look at this.
No.
Look at that.
You bastard.
No, now you don't get to control things. Now you're done. Now you're done. Yes, Backlash was pretty good. It was pretty solid. Did you just kick me off?
Who controls what? Unlock the full power of CBS Sports.
Yeah, how's this going to go, buddy?
What's the point of having an ad blocker if you can't fucking watch any website?
Well, Google's like, hey, no, we can't have you block Origin anymore. You're blocking.
Let me fix it.
So can look, hon, do we want to fix it?
I got it.
No, I have it. It's crazy. Right there. No, we're gonna go after Perna. Oh yeah, I'll pee against the Broncos the entire season. Just even if I know that they're on offense. All right, so the Jaguars, their first 4 games have leaked. So we're gonna have a kitty battle week 1. It's gonna be Panthers and Jaguars. Then a kitty battle week 2 with the Jaguars and Bengals. Jaguars at Texans, and then Jaguars at the 49ers. Apparently they're going against the Raiders week 9 and week 16 Jaguars Broncos, my friend.
Easy victory for the Broncos.
Oh boy.
Travis Hunter is going to sit out that game out of respect for the state of Colorado. So thank you in advance, Travis.
Wait a minute. Look at the Panthers getting Monday night freaking fracking football. Look at that, getting some primetime games for Carolina. I like that. Going against the Patriots could be a competitive game.
That could be a fun game.
Yeah.
Drake May versus Bryce Young.
They're saying Panthers-Packers week 9. And now we don't have Joe Barry, so watch out, Bryce Young. You won't look like a Hall of Famer this time.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Stern. I'm just down on the Browns.
Okay, so this is the holiday update. So we have TBA at the Lions, Chiefs and Cowboys. Buccaneers at Rams could actually be a really fun Thanksgiving game. I would have thought they would have put the Chiefs Cowboys in primetime on Thanksgiving because Why not? I mean, it seems like a very much of a primetime game. Then Black Friday, Bears and Eagles. Okay.
I like how they got leak or confirmed next to it. Black Friday game.
Yes.
That's who gives a shit.
Mark, Packers fans do need to hold on to those tickets. That's right. First week 1 home opener at Lambeau since 2018. It's been years. Hold on to those tickets. Let's freaking frack and go. Come on now. Christmas time. Lions versus Satan. Boom. Cowboys, Commanders. Broncos, Chiefs.
Good.
And also,
God.
you got the primetime game that night.
Yeah. Cool.
You want to stream it? We can.
Yeah, I'll be streaming that.
Because I'll be streaming every primetime game. So if you want to, we could spend Christmas with each other.
That'll be nice. Christmas together. Let's dominate the airwaves.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. We're actually putting together a schedule. Legit, Luke. Yeah, after this, it's going to get. But we'll talk about Trey Hendrickson because there has been an updated wrinkle to that as he talked to the press for about like 22 minutes, and there's a lot coming out there. So,
yeah.
All right, that's the Christmas one. Packers with 2 big games to start the season. Hey, week 2, Thursday night football. We're working week 1. Lions, Packers, Lambeau Field. I think that's the America's game of the week on Sunday. Should have been primetime. But then a little bit of
so you got to go to a 4-day week right away, huh?
Right to start the season. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of good though. That's like
get it out of the way.
First Thursday night game. You're right. Your body's fresh. That's an ideal week to do Thursday night.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree. So Commanders, Packers.
Although, like, why not? See, it's a weird thing that the NFL is forcing that first international game to be on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why not save that maybe like for week 2? Because ideally, if you're going to do a Friday night game, like, use one of those teams to play then the next Thursday so that they actually have a full week and you hit that Thursday night game. But
hold on. I'm sorry. Is this true? The Giants are playing the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football week 3? Ew. Why? I know their defense is going to be better, but why?
Oh, I actually shot a Giants video yesterday.
Sunday Night Football, though? Come on now. Or no, you got a 50.
Oh, TR Cross.
Hey, congratulations. Let's go. That's awesome.
It will be Russell Wilson or Jackson Dart. Maybe that's Jackson Dart's debut. I got accepted to the University of Oxford history program. Nice.
Falcons getting 4 primetime games.
London, Oxford, Broncos.
This is a little bit confusing to me. So they're doing the Super Bowl.
That's for you, TR Cross.
You're
fornicate that education, my friend.
Your laugh in the background makes it. TR, congratulations. That's amazing. They have the Super Bowl rematch is not only happening early in the season, but it's also not a primetime game.
Yeah.
Now, there are, so like CBS and Fox, they can also say like, hey, we're protecting these games. Like, we're not going to let these go. But yeah, I would have thought this would have been a primetime game, but that's a pretty big start, to the
I'm glad it's not a primetime game. Chiefs already have too many.
Yeah, they're always going to have a bunch. This is what we really want.
Yeah, dude, I cannot wait to watch Nicolas Cage as John Madden.
That's what
I've been saying for decades, Nicolas Cage was born to play John Madden.
Was he?
Yeah. Wait, go back up to that Chiefs schedule. Let's see here.
You got the Chargers in Brazil Friday. Then you got the Giants Monday Night Football.
Yeah, there's 4 primetime games right
Sunday
there.
Night Football. Okay, so on. There's conflicting information above because it says Sunday Night Football. All right. Chiefs Giants Monday Night Football makes a little bit more sense. Makes a little bit. I wonder if this could be the double header because they start doing. They had like 4 double headers on Monday night last year, right?
Yeah, it was a little confusing.
Yes.
It's so annoying. The NFL schedules become so annoying.
Let's go, baby. I'm pumped for this. I was on a Lions podcast the other night, and they're like, "Who do you want to play week 1?" I was like, "The Bears are up there, but like." Give me the Lions. Like, let's just see what we have.
You just want to lose right away. That's smart. Get the loss out of the way. You're not better than the Lions, Green Bay. Yeah, I said what I said.
I hope the Broncos go 7-10.
I hope they go 12-5.
Wow.
I can't do the new math. How many games do we play?
Yeah, it's fair.
No, week 1's a good week to get an upset over a good team.
I agree.
Especially the good teams that just use week 1 as an extension of the preseason. Yeah, it's just an extension of the preseason. That's why they suck balls week 1. No biggie. So maybe the Lions are the ball suckers. Maybe the Packers are the ball suckers. We'll find out.
JJ, Packers, Broncos. Yeah, that's what we really need to find out.
Well, we know it's not Christmas.
Not Christmas.
Dude, imagine if they gave us Broncos, Packers on Christmas.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
I think we could break YouTube, dude. I think we
literally could. That would be. I hope that they give us a non-1 o'clock game this time. Like, I hope that they put it in like America's game of the week. Dude, a Thursday night game would be incredible.
That would be nice.
That would be really nice. I don't.
But
think
you guys are playing Thursday week 2, so unless you do 2 Thursday night games, which some teams have to do now, I guess.
Yeah.
Sean Payton's probably called the NFL to try and flex the Broncos Packers to Thursday night.
Probably.
He's like, we'll go on a short week. I don't care. They're like, you play Monday night that week, Sean. He's like, let's do a fucking Tuesday. I want to be in prime time. I need the attention.
I need this. Giants Broncos week 7. Against that defense, that's gonna be a nice test for the Broncos O-line going up against a new and improved Giants defense.
Yeah, Giants. I'm a little high on the Giants. That's kind of my take on the Giants video. I think they're getting slept on just a little bit.
I think their defense is just like their defense could get really good. They're rebuilt their secondary and free agency, and on top of that, their pass rush should be pretty damn good. So if that's true, Stormzy, if it's Ravens Bills Sunday Night Football, that's a hell of a way to start the season. That's true. The ETN brothers. It's true for now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, for now. We'll see. But yeah, no, so it's the full schedule we're gonna have leaks that are gonna come out all day, but the full schedule is gonna release tonight at 8 o'clock. I'll be streaming as usual for that. Well, we'll see we'll see all the schedule release videos and all that great stuff. It'll be a grand old time.
Here's one for the Giants.
Yeah.
First 6 weeks, they got Washington, Dallas, Kansas City, the Chargers, and then the Eagles. Well, they don't have week 5, but yeah, that's a tough start to the season, New York.
Mm-hmm. A little bit. Oh, Broncos are a bunch of bozos. Think the Broncos are going to beat the Packers this year?
Yeah. We beat them last time.
You want to bet?
We had Russell Wilson and we beat you.
Want to bet?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
You going to follow through on this one?
Probably not. Depends on how much time it takes.
Okay.
What's a good bet?
I feel like you get a non-permanent tattoo on your forehead that says Tom Grossi. I feel like because you're confident, right? Pretty confident.
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Yeah, I think you just maybe a Tom Grossi for. We can negotiate on the number of games that you'd have to have it for.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, not that confident then.
No, it's just like if I gotta wear it around the house.
No. Just it doesn't have to be around the house. Just during streaming.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put on a Tom Grossi tattoo on and off.
Yeah.
Where do I get those? You order custom removable
Rachel can make
tattoos?
it. Rachel does everything. Rachel, we'll do it. Otter, of course. It's gonna be fine. Yes, please. Yes, they did. I was talking to Lions fans, and I was just like, I love again. We have the most incredible seasons. 3 teams from the NFC North, and not a single team wins a playoff game. It's just art. It truly is. Just gets humbled real quick until September.
Just for that, Kevin. Your entire defense will also be injured for the playoffs.
Why would you?
Look, the Lions lost in the playoffs. They didn't have any of their key players on defense.
Oh, here we go. Now it's the excuses, right? So we were able to get that number 1 seed, but couldn't handle the big bad Commanders. Yep.
All your receivers, they'll be on IR by then, Kevin. For diarrhea.
Maybe a permanent tattoo for Tom Grossi.
Green Bay Packers set NFL record for most players on IR with diarrhea.
Wow, that'd be harsh language.
Why did you throw the F word in the middle of diarrhea?
It's
that's
that
just what the doctor said they had.
That's what it is.
When you got it bad, that's what it becomes.
Broncos have 4th place written on them this year. Ooh. KC
that is
versus
a hot take.
KC versus Detroit or Green Bay versus Denver? Give me Green Bay versus Denver. I feel like KC Detroit would have been really good when the 49ers went. Like, I feel like that would have been really good. Even last year, I think that would have been a good Super Bowl. But now that the Chiefs have lost to the Eagles, like, for the Lions fans, and obviously, them trying to win their first Super Bowl, that would be big. But I think in terms of, like, that David Goliath of, like, oh, man, the Chiefs are just running through everybody. Nobody can beat them in the Super Bowl. The Eagles took some wind out of their sails.
Eagles took care of that.
Yeah.
I don't think the Chiefs are going to make it to the Super Bowl, but
with the Bengals losing 2 on week 1 themselves. I want to talk about the Bengals, though, because that is the big story that's coming out along with these schedule releases.
Bengals, they lose week 1 when their defense generates no pressures. First Super Bowl era defense to get 0 pressures on an opposing quarterback because both Trey Hendrickson and Jamar Stewart have yet to step on the field. There you go, Lord. That'll segue you right in, Tom.
Yes, because Trey Hendrickson has finally spoken out and said, hey, let's talk to the media here. And there's a few things that have come about. So, one, Zach Taylor texted Trey Hendrickson and was like, hey, get your ass to practice or we're going to have some problems. And not in those words exactly. But then Trey Hendrickson winds up showing up.
Hey, you big, beautiful man, get your sweet ass to practice or I'm going to find you.
So Trey Hendrickson spoke to the media for about 23 minutes and basically said that he is not going to be playing this season under this current contract. What wound up happening is they're like, hey, we're going to revisit the contract after the season. He obviously had a really good season, and they have been radio quiet since the draft.
Since February.
Yeah. So they talked, and there was like, hey, like I think it was a low ball offer, right? And they kind of just didn't want to have like that serious extension. And Trey's like this, I think his comment was, if I had only gotten like a couple of sacks, they would have wanted me to take a pay cut. And so now it's like, hey, it's gotten a little bit more personal for me. He says he has no animosity towards Zach Taylor. He wants to stay in Cincinnati if it's possible, but he is not going to play under this last year of his contract because unless he winds up getting extended. So this is really interesting for a couple of reasons. One, he said he was very happy for T. Higgins and Jamar Chase that they got extended, but the Bengals, they just drafted Stewart right in the first round, going to get their edge rusher, who they got to develop. But in terms of Hendrickson, I think for me, just as a Packers fan, I think that this becomes more interesting because now maybe that availability is more realistic because if Trey Hendrickson is flat out saying like, I ain't going to play and the Packers or a team doesn't have to give up a draft pick, that just happened. I think that maybe they move, maybe he gets traded. I think maybe he gets moved in this offseason.
Hopefully the Bengals trade him.
To the Green Bay Packers.
It's the only way that this makes any sense is if they trade. Yeah, wherever. It's the only way it makes sense because, all right, first of all, Trey Hendrickson's agent is not a good agent, the nicest way to say it. He is playing in 2025 on this deal because they added a 1-year extension to his last contract back in 2023. So he's in that year of the extension on that last deal. Yeah. He is roughly $10 million under market value for his position, and he was quite literally the best edge rusher last year.
Yeah.
He led the league in sacks, and he was tied second, I think, in pressures at 83 with, I think it was Myles Garrett, and he both had 83 pressures. So I've been writing a Trey Hendrickson video since yesterday. And it is just another example of the Bengals front office botching what is a layup situation. The only thing they have going for them is that Trey's 30 years old, right? Yeah. I get not wanting to give him an insanely long,
I agree with that.
lucrative contract.
Yep.
But a 3-year deal for Trey Hendrickson to make him happy, to pay him what he's earned, what he has literally earned. He has outplayed his last deal. He's played on team-friendly money. It's baffling. And if he had like injuries this last year, if his production dipped, you could argue any of those things, but they haven't. And he's their most important player on defense.
Well, I feel like it's a couple, because he just got an extension a couple years ago, right? Because it was this extension that's running through this
season. He got a 1-year extension in 2023.
Then they just did another 1-year one?
I think again, it was odd. It's an odd extension. It was a 1-year extension in 2023 that put him here through 2025. I think it was a bad 1 year. It was a stupid deal.
Yeah, so in 23, so yeah, he's on a 1-year, $21 million contract. So he would be $15.8 million this year, cap hit of 18.6. So last year he got 14.8 as his base, got a $5 million signing bonus. So he got a cap hit of $20 million. So he was making some pretty darn good money. In 23, you're saying he basically played for $14 million because it was a 6.8 million base and a 5 signing, and then had a roster bonus of 3, cap hit of 15 mil. So yeah, last year he got paid the most amount of money, and then this year he's due a good amount. I feel like for Hendrickson, what you're talking about though is like his production obviously is warranted of a contract, but also from just the player perspective, he has to get paid now because of exactly what you just said, right? Yeah. He is a little bit older. This is gonna likely be, and this is no shade against Hendrickson, this is likely going to be his last major contract, right? And so if he's not able, if he plays through this year and doesn't ball out again and doesn't have an amazing year, now he's going to be turning, 31 years old?
Yeah, he'll be 31 in December.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be 31 this year. Yeah, so
he's 1 year older than Myles Garrett. And the Browns paid Myles Garrett a 4-year, $160 million contract. Max Crosby got a 3-year, $106 million extension. And the Bengals have the cap space to do it. That's why this is gets weird. They've got 27 mil right now. They got 60 million next season, putting them at having the 9th most cap space. They can afford to pay Trey Hendrickson. Mm-hmm. And he is exactly the type of player you just want to pay to keep on your defense because he's the most important player on your defense. He's one of the best in the league at the position, and your defense is dog shit with him on it. So
I feel like it's the 3-year thing, right? Are you going to give him a 3-year deal?
Trey could want 5 years. To be fair to the Bengals, maybe they're asking for years that are crazy. But if the Bengals haven't had like such a long track record of doing this, of not, like we all thought they were going to mess this up way back in February. But they paid Jamar Chase. They paid T. Higgins. We're like, oh my God, they did pay them both.
They deserve a lot of credit for that.
And then the question became, will they also pay Trey Hendrickson? And I think the answer is no. No, they will not. It feels like they want to force him to play on this 1-year deal because it is very beneficial for them. And then they're willing to let him go after this year.
Yeah.
But they could get nice draft comp if they just trade him now.
Well, that's the question too, right? Because if they wind up trading him after all of this, the hope would have been, all right, well, then you would have gotten the draft capital for the 2025 draft and then being able to use that. That's what I'm saying. Teams might be more likely to be like, hey, we'll give up some draft capital because we're not going to have to worry about that until 2026, and we'll wind up giving him a contract. It also, again, you're 100% correct. And the age, I feel like, is a major factor here in what kind of contract Trey Hendrickson is looking for. Now, as a player, you probably want as many years in guaranteed money as you possibly could get. But if you're looking at 3 years and you're bringing him to at least 35 years old, diminishing returns, right? Yeah. It's just going to be about a team that's ready to go right now that thinks they can plug him in, which I think there are plenty of teams that could use the services of Trey Hendrickson to make their pass rush significantly better. There's a few in the NFC North off the top of my head. Lucian, I actually like this. If the Packers and Broncos play before Christmas, which I have to imagine they're going to, why don't we do that, Perna? So if the Broncos beat the Packers, I will wear a Vikings jersey during the Vikings-Lions stream that I'll be doing on Christmas. If the Packers beat the Broncos, then you have to wear a Chiefs jersey on Chiefs-Broncos Christmas stream.
That's a good bet.
I like
Fair.
that. Like that?
Deal.
Nailed it. Crushed it. You son of... Well, guess what? My toes were
Just
crossed.
kidding. That's an easy one.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, again, if you're a team like the Lions, I can see them doing this. Like the Packers, I can see them do. But again, it's just that mixture of draft capital versus he is going to want to get paid. And I think there's plenty of teams that are willing to do that, especially if you're like, hey, we're one piece away. Bringing in a sack leader would not be the worst thing.
Yeah.
We were both the 7 seed. So
The Bengals, like trying to force Trey Hendrickson to play, it's like they believe they have a Super Bowl. They have a chance to get to the Super Bowl this year, and they just don't. Unless their defense is significantly better, and that's hard to believe at this point. I trade him now. I get that extra draft capital to build. And they should have done that before this last draft.
that's what I'm saying.
They should have.
Like,
They
it
could have
makes
had
more sense
2
for
impact
Bengals.
players on their defense taken in the first round this year. But they don't know what they're doing. I feel so bad for Bengals fans.
I feel like it's just Bengals fans got through the most challenging aspect because it was like, okay, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, right? They paid them both. And you're like, okay, now it's just time for Trey Hendrickson. And this has just been dragged out for so long. And if Trey Hendrickson hasn't had any contact with the team, it doesn't look good, right? Except for his future. And who knows? Because the issue here is that Trey Hendrickson can't really afford to sit out. Because we've talked about this a number of times, but due to the new CBA, like that only punishes the player significantly, and it might not count towards their contract. So the Bengals can be total douche nozzles here and be like, okay, sit out. We're not letting you out of your contract, right? And we're just going to sit here and, you're just going to lose money. So I think for Hendrickson, that's a bit of a problem. And I understand from his perspective, he wants to get paid, based off of the production that he's doing. And it probably is his last major contract. But from the Bengals standpoint, they just gave out a ton of money. They just drafted another edge rusher. And they could use Trey Hendrickson 1 cajillion %, but that's a tough look.
It's a tough look for the Bengals. It's an easy decision. Just pay him. You got the money to do it. The Raiders could have benefited from trading Max Crosby. Myles Garrett, the Browns could have got an insane draft haul for Myles Garrett.
We'll see if that was the right
decision. They paid him a shit, and I don't even know. I don't even think Trey's asking for Myles Garrett money. Like,
what team do you guys?
Good organizations take care of their best players, and they don't allow these things to happen. And when they do get into contract things, they get close, and then things linger because they're working out little details. There was a statement put out by the Bengals like back in February saying like Trey should just be happy with what we're offering him. Cool.
Justin, I don't understand your question. What do you guys think is most likely to despite? What do you mean? To succeed? Is that what you mean? Succeed?
I think like Joe Burrow just needs to say, you guys got to pay him. They just go on what Joe Burrow says. Joe's like, you guys got to keep Jamar and T. I'm like, okay. Joe has not said keep Trey. Maybe Joe don't like Trey. Joe hate Trey. Trey gone.
Ravens, Eagles, or Rams Super Bowl. Getting high on those Rams. I feel like ultimately the way I'm leaning now is that he gets traded. Unless there's like some kind, with all this now out there in the media, unless they wind up just coming together and go, here you go. Here's a 3-year extension and we have an out in 2. I feel like that's the best case scenario for both sides, right? It's like, hey, 3 years, after 2, we could let you go. Have a nice day. I'd imagine. So, yeah, I mean, listen, the Lions.
Dude, that would be sick.
Please no. That would
Hutch
not be
and
fun.
Hin.
No. Thank you.
Starsky and Hutch and Hendrickson. Starsky and Hutch.
Hutch.
Oh man, we need an edge rusher that named Star.
There we go. Suit up.
Kevin, you are very strong.
Mm-hmm.
But your back will give out instantly. Or your knee.
Hey, T-Rex Nation for the Patriots. Rise up. But yeah, so we'll kind of keep an eye out on that. Of course, there's still the Aaron Rodgers news that's lingering. I feel like those are two of the biggest stories, and they both have to do with the AFC North heading into this offseason that need to get figured out.
I like how the Rodgers situation has just become, well, there's a handshake deal between Rodgers and the Steelers.
Yeah.
That's the latest reporting.
Yeah. Some of the larger, I think that Demonic, a lot of the folks they're going to get scooped up around camp if they're not scooped up during this off-season period. So, yeah. Yeah,
that Asante Samuel stuff, because I didn't understand why he wasn't signed.
I wasn't picked up yet.
And it was, it was neck or back surgery? Yeah, it's one of those. You're like, oh, shit, yeah, that is a big surgery. I get why a team hasn't taken a chance on him. Probably once he goes more through like the rehab process and they get a better read on where he's at medically than Asante. Yeah.
So there's a July checkup that's going on. Apparently he visited the Saints. So
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet he's got to clear that July hurdle.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the problem too, is that if you, let's just say they give away Trey Hendrickson, the defense, I don't think the defense is not going to be better, especially the pass rush. You lose him unless Stewart just goes crazy.
He's not.
That would be
He's
the best
not.
scenario, but yeah, it's going to be, because the Bengals got their offense, and I think that offense is going to be really, really good. It's just the other side of the ball. Like and protection for Joe Burrow. That's a little bit.
And Shamar Stewart's not practicing right now, guys.
He is not. No.
Why?
Because he wants to get paid more money. Yeah, that's
because the Bengals can't even do the basic rookie deals right. They won't even guarantee his injury shit during the fucking rookie mini camps or whatever.
He's doing everything else though. Stewart's doing everything else. Going to
yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Cordell to Fennec. For the kidding.
Oh, I feel bad for Bengals fans. You guys will never win a Super Bowl. Ever.
Whoa.
What? Joe Burrow is on the Dan Marino trajectory, guys.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry.
Here we go. This is a Brandon Perna hot take on a Wednesday morning.
Yeah, it's just the writing's on the wall. We will never do our contracts correctly. Signed, Mike Brown. We don't even have a general manager. It's the director of player personnel.
Cordell, I'll see you in Lambeau. And hold on. I don't know what this clip is.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes. Very low percentage.
Smiles and glory holes.
The Bengals will never get their glory hole.
Or their smiles.
Or their smiles.
That's it. No Joe Barry this time, Cordell. Yeah. So
Joe Burrow, greatest wasted career we've ever seen. What we're going to be saying in 10 years.
Jesus.
Better than what we'll say about Jordan Love.
God, I hope we destroy the Broncos. I hope.
No quarterback's thrown more interceptions in the postseason than Jordan Love.
It's going to be a long offseason.
Just got to throw them out. Got to throw out some weird predictions.
But, like, here's the thing, Brendan, right? Like, you have to give credit to the Bengals for doling out the money and paying those two receivers, right? And it's also, okay, well, this is a little bit of a head-scratcher as well. Because it's, what is the most needy side of, I mean, Joe Burrow went out on we need to re-sign these guys. And
it is a weird little caveat here, but, like, the smart thing to do would have been to pay Jamar Chase. They should have traded paid Hendrickson. I think you can find receivers a lot. There are more ways to replace a receiver than literally the NFL sack leader. But again, they have $27 million in cap space right now. They have $60 million next year. They can make this work. They are choosing not to. They are just choosing not to. They would have been they would have received unanimous praise for signing all three. We'd be like, shit, the Bengals are actually doing it right. But, like,
that's what I want to see, Jamie.
I don't know.
I get it. I mean, again, you have a phenomenal player. I think it's not as black and white because
I think Trey is white. He's a full white, Tom.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I feel like if they just paid Jamar Chase and left it at that, and we're like, let's go get a receiver, but like, let's go and get capital both for T. Higgins and also Trey Hendrickson, because if you're worried about the age factor that much, right? You don't want to give him a 3-year deal. You don't want to give him a 4-year deal, whatever he's seeking out. I feel like that I can get behind if they were able to get a ton of capital for this past draft. But now, they have the receivers. Again, the offense should still be pretty damn good. Is your defense going to be able to help you out enough to actually make that playoff run? And without Hendrickson, that is a concern. With Hendrickson is a little bit of a concern.
With Hendrickson and Shamar Stewart, you feel pretty good.
You just got to hope he develops, yeah. You feel better about Stewart's development, though, being able to learn with Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Tell you that much. Richie, that'd be
Trey
a great
Hendrickson
game.
is the guy, opposing offensive lines have to game plan for. That opens up the door for more production for Stewart. And maybe they'll get it done. Maybe they will. But, I hope they do. I would love to see Trey play with Cincinnati for the next couple of years and actually give Joe Burrow a chance to win a chip.
Oh, no good, Cody. I hope ACL. Oh, did you tear your ACL or was that your Achilles? What'd you tear, Perna?
I tore my ACL, my LCL, tore my femoris biceps muscle, and got nerve damage. They said your brain will never be the same because of that nerve damage, and they were right.
I see it.
You will get through it. ACL surgery, that one hurts. That one hurts. Does not feel good, guys.
That rehab has to suck, man.
It did. I had the LCL surgery first, and that one's actually pretty easy. And it gave me a lot of confidence for the ACL. I'm like, I can handle this. And then I had 3 or 4 weeks later, I got the ACL, and that one was like 10 times worse.
Well, isn't that great?
Yeah.
Because
because when you come out of it, they're like, what's your pain level? The first one, I was like, 3?
Yeah.
ACL was like 11. It's an 11.
Please give me all
Give me some more.
Please. Ryan, they're going to be on secondhand sites because, of course, there's the Packers season tickets, which are I'm still on the list of 80,000 that I've been on for a decade. So, it's just going to be secondhand sites that you're going to be able to buy them off of. So, when people are doing resales, Packers fans, if you're season ticket holders, don't resell unless it's Packers fans.
Goodwill. Go to Goodwill to get your secondhand tickets.
Hey, Andrew, let's go. Enjoy.
Ooh.
Safe trip.
Safe
on
travels.
Out.
Konnichiwa.
Let's go. Arigato gozaimasu. Yeah, Lucas, I can't see that confirmed anywhere. If that winds up being the game, I mean, hell to the yes. Packers on Thanksgiving against Lions would be great. I just haven't seen it confirmed, but
yeah, it looks like it's Vikings Lions. Oh wait, is that Christmas?
That's Christmas. That's Christmas.
Maybe
Packers
Lions on Thanksgiving. That's pretty solid.
PGA Championship.
Yeah, Rory wins again.
A golfer will win.
Rory got the the albatross. He got rid of it. He won the Masters. Now he's going to win this again, and people are going to be like, Rory's the best golfer in the world.
We'll see, Crow. We'll see. NFC North is going to be fun this year. NFC North going to be competitive, too. Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, I thought the Cardinals were the one who forced the players to pay for food. Was that the Bengals, too? It was the Cardinals that were making their players pay for food in the cafeteria. Oh, that was a thing from at least a couple of years ago. So
yeah, no, that's the thing. It's a layup. It's an easy thing for the Bengals to do, but they're messing it up.
That's what they do. They Hendrickson to the Browns, and it's just Hendrickson and Garrett.
That's what I would do if I was Trey Hendrickson's agent. I would set up a trade to an NFC team, but then that NFC team has an agreement in place to send Trey back to the AFC North. Right? That's what you do. That's smart. Not to the Browns, maybe to the Ravens. Send him to the Ravens where he actually has a chance. You know?
Who's a surprise team this year? I mean, I feel like I'm always with the Cardinals of like maybe they could, especially if that defense is good. Go ahead, Perna. What are you going to do on the microphone?
It's the Giants. It's the New York Giants.
Their offense is perplexing. Like that one, I'm like, I don't know what their offense.
I went deep into the Giants.
Their defense looks good. I don't know.
I don't think they're going to be like great, but I think when I say surprise for the Giants, looking at a lot of the things they've done, I think they're doing it the right way. And assuming Jackson Dart is a decent quarterback, I think Giants fans are going to feel good about their situation by the end of the year. And that's a huge improvement for the Giants.
Yep.
Outside of the Giants, who's a surprise? I mean, I see the Raiders. I think the Raiders are on a good trajectory. The Patriots need to make a big leap, but I watched a clip of Mike Vrabel last night. I'm excited for the Patriots. I just love Mike Vrabel. I don't think it's the Panthers. I hope they're a surprise.
I haven't seen an official one, Luke, but like I said, that's the game. It'll be a good Thanksgiving. I'm all about that. Let's go. It's good Christmas games, good Thanksgiving games. How about it? Dress up as a Christmas elf along with the team's jersey. I mean, if it's because it's primetime Christmas and you in a Chiefs jersey would be pretty great. I'll take that. Yeah, so tonight at 8 p.m., that's going to have the official schedule release. There's going to be leaks that are going to be happening all day today. Are you streaming for that, Perna?
No.
Okay, I'll be streaming tonight about 7:30, 7:45 Eastern. We'll look through all the schedules like we do every single year. It's always a fun stream, so you can come on by. We'll see who the hell their quarterback is going to be best. But Perna, what do you got coming out today, buddy?
Either this Trey Hendrickson video or my Raiders video. We'll see.
Got another Trey Hendrickson?
Yeah, I wrote a whole Trey Hendrickson thing.
Oh, okay. I like that. Let's go.
What do you got, Big Tom, besides your stream? Anything?
I don't know. We are streaming. So streaming, potentially a video. I have a bunch of things I need to get done today. So I had to take the cats to the vet yesterday. Oh my God, it was their worst day ever. They were great, but oh yeah, Perna, which one? July, right? You're going to the Anime Con,
I forgot about that. Oh, when is that? Oh my God. Remind me again in June.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hi, Scary Larry. Hey.
Right.
Hey, Scary.
That's it. We're rock. Oh, French wants the Raiders.
All right. Well, it's done, so that's probably going to be Raiders.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Maybe I'll get Trey up tomorrow. Then I can save Giants for next week.
That's it.
I don't know.
Well, folks, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later tonight. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated. Ooh, I caught it like that.
And you've reached your destination.